Throughout Earth's billions of years of existence, many civilizations have risen and fallen. Some leaving behind monuments that would be studied for generations, and others dating back even further than we previously thought was possible. Hello and welcome to For the Sake of Curiosity. My name is Tommy, and in this video we're going to go over 5 of the oldest known civilizations in the world. The ancient Egyptian civilization was established when King Menes, the first pharaoh, unified Upper and Lower Egypt in 3150 BCE. For the most part, its people gathered along the banks of the Nile River. They are responsible for some of the greatest structures ever built, including one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, the Great Pyramid of Giza. The ancient Egyptians can be defined as a civilization of firsts. They made huge advancements in math and were pioneers of medical science. They were the first people to use waterways as trade routes and to make tools from bronze. They are also credited with developing the first phonetic alphabet, which was widely used due to the invention of papyrus paper, which in turn led to the development of the first postal system. Believe it or not, they were also the first people to use toothpaste and wear wigs. Because of numerous wars and invasions, their ancient culture was slowly replaced over time. Extending from the modern-day Afghanistan and Pakistan to northwest India, the Indus Valley civilization covered 1.25 million kilometers, making it the most widespread civilization of the ancient world. The earliest people gathered around the basin of the Indus River, establishing farming settlements. 3300 BCE is when historians generally clock the first signs of urbanization. By 2500 BCE, the Indus Valley civilization was thriving, its people living in dozens of highly developed and spacious urban centers. There is even evidence that houses had individual bathrooms that led to a sophisticated underground sewage system. The local people had a writing system. They were also great mathematicians. But what is more astounding is that archaeologists have found no traces of warfare or mass violence. It is estimated that they lived without armor and weapons for more than 700 years. Instead, they were a peaceful people who traded with neighboring civilizations. It is perhaps this disinterest in war that led to their downfall at the hands of the Central Asian invaders. Other historians, however, claim their end was due to a great flood. For a long time, scholars believe that Mesopotamia was the first civilization. Located between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, its name means between rivers or Mesopotamos. Today, the region encompasses Iraq, Kuwait, Turkey, and Syria. For thousands of years, the early people lived in small settlements which eventually transformed into a scattering of farming communities around 8000 BCE. Built on fertile land, the idea of agriculture soon developed alongside the domestication of animals. These communities expanded into what we consider cities, Uruk being the first one around 3500 BCE. At its height, it was home to approximately 50,000 people. In addition to agriculture, Mesopotamia is known for its lucrative trade in the establishment of various industries, including masonry, metalwork, and leatherwork. Historians even consider its people responsible for the invention of the wheel. However, the region was seized by the Persians around 539 BCE. By the time Alexander the Great conquered the Persian Empire some 2,000 years later, most of the Mesopotamian cities and cultures had been supplanted. The Jiahu settlement is located in the central plain of ancient China, an area today known as the Henan province. The people of the settlement belong to the country's oldest recognized civilization. The area is rich in artifacts, making it an archaeologist's dream. In addition to the usual ancient finds such as pottery and tools, people have uncovered records of the earliest examples of Chinese writing and proof that they were producers of the world's oldest wine. One of the most remarkable discoveries was the bone flute, which is considered the oldest working musical instrument. Typically carved from the wing bone of a crane, these flutes were most likely used in special ceremonies. The settlement's end came around 5700 BCE when the nearby rivers overflowed and flooded the area. It is assumed that the Jiahu people left their home to settle elsewhere, even though there is no indication as to where that might have been. The indigenous peoples of Australia were the inhabitants of mainland Australia and its islands before the arrival of European colonizers. It is generally believed that they originally came from Southeast Asia during a time when the sea levels were low and land bridges were more extensive. Research indicates that they are the oldest civilization on Earth. The earliest human remains can be traced back approximately 50,000 years. Australia's indigenous peoples were hunter-gatherers, and even though they were nomadic, they had strong ties to specific areas of land they might might have considered home. Since the Europeans have arrived, they have endured immense persecution and have experienced the erasure of much of their culture and traditions. And there you have it, folks, the 5 oldest known civilizations in the world. Make sure to go ahead and give the thumbs up button a gentle tap so we can help the channel grow and to be blessed by that almighty algorithm. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.